I'm gonna do my best to, I intend to check every location just to show it, and I'm gonna try to give a somewhat sensible route. I'm going to sort of complete all the spheres here before I move on to the next set, so get everything that you can get with no items before I start using my items. I think that should be a pretty logical path to follow. Normally, starting off, there are two reasonable paths to take. One starting at Sanctuary and coming from the top, and one starting from Link's house and coming from the bottom. I normally do take the top route, but I'm going to do the lower route for this because there's less. I think it's less complicated. So I've got the map tracker up so you can kind of see where the checks are. Actually, you know what? It's not auto tracking, is it? It is now. So starting off, the most important thing really is bombs. So for the south route, we're gonna go to start your house. And there's a spot over here where we can get some bombs. Two of the ones in that little bottom part there. I think it's a 50-50 chance. Okay, so there's a bomb, there's a bomb. So those two, this one and this one, both have a chance of having a bomb, so we want to be checking. On my way up to Kakariko, I'm going to check what's in the maze. You can see that's a blue rupee, so we'll leave that alone. Check the library for later. That is a hard piece. We'll never go there. So then we do need a lot of bombs, but what you can do is that there is a little shack over here that you can farm bombs in. Also, this row of bushes, as you can see, can have bombs. I think it's this bush and this bush that can have bombs. If you bomb this hut, the 4 corner pots are all guaranteed bombs. And if you leave and come back, still bombs. The other way to get bombs, actually, I should say, is this. This is a shop right here. You can buy 10 bombs for 50 rupees. So it's, if you find yourself with money early on, it's another way to get your bombs. I need to check the bar. There's 2 rupees. Need to check the chicken house. Is this track? Yeah, the tracker's working. Great. So, I mean, I said I'd check everything, but we'll look at everything. I'm not going to grab everything. So I'm going to mark the race game as trash, and I'll mark the library as trash. How do I do this? I never use the right click. There we go. Mark the library as trash. By there. That's very nice. So, okay, so now from here, we could, oh, let me do the, here. So from here, we could go up to Lost Woods, Power Gloves. There's 2 checks in Lost Woods. I think I'll come to that from Sanctuary side, though. So, we really want to go to Mini Moldworm Cave, and all we need for that is bombs. But it actually can be a little bit tricky to take with just bombs, especially here. Gotta practice doing it. So, for newbie run, I would probably not try to do it with just bombs. But we have a sword, so I'm gonna check the dam first. So, yeah, I'm not going to get into killing these with bombs. Well, I'll just do it. So, if you just come with bombs, you can bomb that first guy, and then you're just throwing bombs to the sides to catch the mini Moldworms. If you, it's a little bit of RNG to deal with, but if you hold your bomb for a little bit, you can make it a little bit better. Try not to run out of bombs. Here, can't let mini Moldworm. But you see there's 5 chests right there, so that's pretty nice. And then there's Ice Rod Cave in this direction, which is pretty out of the way for 1 check, but you know. There's not another time when you are kind of over this way, so people often check it after Mini Moldworm. But it is certainly one that is you might consider skipping, just because it's so far away for 1 check. Okay. So now I'll go do the sanctuary checks. Or sanctuary. Interesting. According to this tracker, Saha's chests are not in logic. Yeah, that's weird. So, okay, so up here we can check what's called lumberjack. And you ideally kind of want to, so ideally you want to kind of just get at the top of the stairs. Oh, that's what orange means. That's what you ran to on our race, wasn't it? So if you get it just right, you can see the bottom of the item and know what that is. But if you have to run down, so you see that this is the camp scenario, which means that the only way to get that check is to beat Aghanim and have your boots. After you beat Aghanim, this tree will be a different color and you can run into it with boots to get into a cave to get that item, which we will be doing later. But it's good to check that just so you know. Mushroom location, I got a bow. Yeah, I don't really agree with that coloration. Orange feels like out of range. Master Sword. Okay, and so for completeness, down here is Agnes Cave. This one almost always gets skipped unless you are just out of things to do. But you have access to it as soon as you have bombs, which by logic is immediately. Since you're down here, you could go, you can see that blue check on the map. You could go across the desert and check the desert ledge. You can like peek at it. I don't really bother. I hate walking across the desert for that. I'll check it when I have access to it. No, that's not a bomb. There we go. Okay. So other things we had available is Saha's chests. These ones are kind of tricky because it is 3 checks that are very accessible, but you often don't feel like coming here until you can do Eastern. That's very important, turns out. So what that means is I have Dark World access now. Dark World access, you need your Moon Pearl, and you either need a hammer and gloves, or you need Titan's mitts, or you have to have killed Aghanim, which requires a lamp and either the Master Sword or the cape. So with that, I have access to Dark World, but I not going to go there yet. If I was doing an actual seed, I probably would, but I want to finish doing all the stuff that you can do with no items. Mostly. So from here, actually, you could go to Eastern Palace. You wouldn't be able to beat it without a bow. I mean, we do have a bow. You're expected to have both a bow and a lamp to beat Eastern Palace. But without any items, you could still go into Eastern Palace and get whatever items except for the boss and the big key chest. So there are 3 items to be found in Eastern, so that is an option. It's called a partial dive, but we are going to not do that at the moment. I'll try to do Eastern in one shot. The other thing that we have access to, the last thing we have access to without any items, is the uncle. For Uncle, you can go the normal vanilla route down the sewers, but this guy's here, kind of annoying. It's often easier to go this way. Go in the way you normally come out. So you got this chest over here, and the uncle himself has an item. As far as doing the actual castle itself, that's true. I didn't discuss tree pulls yet. I think that'll be a future topic. If I was going to talk about tree pulls, I probably would have done top route. Normally you don't want to do this until you're ready to do the castle, which I'm pretty sure logic expects you to have a weapon. So we have a sword, we also have a bow, we have a hammer, we have plenty of ways to kill. Technically you could just do it with bombs. I just don't think that logic requires you to do that. And it's pretty easy to have a weapon by the time you come through here. In here I'll talk about kind of so among the items that are here, one of them is a map. There is a map of Hyrule Castle, which is required to be among the chests in Hyrule Castle, including the escape. So if you keep track of it, you can sometimes save yourself time. Oh, there's the map. You can sometimes save yourself time because if you have only one chest to go and that you're missing your map, then you can know that that chest doesn't need to be checked. It's kind of on the bit more advanced skills of doing the randomizer. Okay, so we'll see it quit out of here. Okay. So now we have exhausted everything that you can do with nothing. The next thing, one I would have done by now, is the backup escape. I mean, you can go through escape the normal way, right? But we don't have a lamp, so it'd be dark room, so that's not in logic. But as soon as you have gloves, you can come over this way and just push this stone. And this gets you access to 3 checks, which this is the same item pool as Hyrule Castle. So there's 3 chests here. Flipper's nice. And within Hyrule Castle, that leaves one more check, which is down this way. But it's dark rooms. We call that check dark cross. So this is where it's actually really nice if you're tracking items, because if you didn't have the map, we see we do have the map, but if you didn't have the map, you could know that dark cross is the map and you could ignore it. Okay, so the next thing, I got Dark World access so fast, man. Did I do Dark World? Knife hammer. I guess let's do Dark World. Okay. So once you have Dark World access, if you have the hammer and glove, you can kind of go anywhere. If you have the Titan's mitts and not the hammer, then your only real option is to start in Kakariko. But since I have the hammer and glove, I do like to go over this way first and do Hype Cave, because it's 5 really quick checks. Maybe I should have done Flipper's checks. The Flipper set to this. So Hype Cave is right over here. Okay, so the next thing would be to go do the Dark Kakariko stuff, but actually I'm going to take a little detour before that, because I do the knife flipper stuff. It's a pretty discreet little set of checks you get with the flippers. So this we can, I mean, you can peek at it. You can peek at it without flippers too, but we can't get that until we have mirror. We need flippers and the mirror. Well, I'll go up here. So up this way, under the bridge where the hood we get the bottle from, this is a check. It's kind of annoying to get to. But sometimes you got good stuff. It is certainly one, oh, there's a lamp. It's certainly one I'd like to skip, just because it's swimming all the way over here just for one item. Whereas the other flipper stuff, if we go up to Zora's Domain, there's 4 items. So up in this area, yeah, there's 4 checks up here, but 3 of them require flippers, and actually, so that one requires flippers. And also a fun little fact, you can that's the one bottle. Well, I'm not gonna waste that, but you can come up to the fountain with a bottle and it will fill with something random. Or you know what? I'll just fill a magic up, whatever. I'll fill it and dump it. So we have an actual demonstration. There we go, we got a B. Awesome. Also on the topic of bees, pretty much the only time a bee is useful, in my opinion, is for a mini Moldorm cave. The bee will clear it out pretty nicely. Okay, so you can peek on this item over here. Make sure you actually do check it on your way up. And then King Zora, you know, we often don't come over here until we have flippers, but he actually is accessible with only the gloves. You can, you know, walk up past the witch's hut, but it does cost 500 rupees. There we go. Okay, so that's the flipper stuff. So we're gonna go back to doing dark world checks. So now I'm going to go to Kakariko. It's best to start the sanctuary if you want to go to Kakariko. We will refill our health. Oh, you know what? Since I have the lamp. Actually, I'm just gonna go to Dark Cross. So Dark Cross you can do from the front or the back. If you're not already at Hyrule Castle, I think you're better off checking from the backside. We need the key from the rat. Kind of from the backside. Or this door. And there is Dark Cross. Okay. Also, since we have the lamp, I could kill Aghanim now. I'm not going to, because Aghanim, after you kill Aghanim, the light world gets more annoying. And I can't get lumberjacks anyways until I have boots. So I'm gonna wait until I get the boots to do that. Let me keep my ID here. This is... Right, that's the Zora's Man's Ledge, so we will mark that as junk. If you have mitts, you can go this way. Oh, you know what? Here's the... While I'm here, once you get the bottle, you can check the sick kid who has the net and vanilla. It's very easy to forget about this kid. There we go. It's done. So if you have hammer, you have to take the kind of longer route and go this way. I can do pod now too. I forgot to say, you do want to check your map pretty early on so you can see what, because you only need to do crystals. You don't need pendants normally. So you can see all light world dungeons are crystals. Good information. And then you can check your map again and see that. So our pendant are Skullwoods, Pod, and Misery Mire. Doesn't really matter in this case because I'm going to do all of them. But yeah, actually, so I do have the option to go up to Skullwoods now. I can't beat Skullwoods because I don't have a fire rod, but you can, you know, check your items. But normally we would prefer to not go to a dungeon until you can clear the dungeon out. But sometimes you have to. You have to talk to this guy. It's easy to forget that. Then you take 2 chests, and the second one is your item. There's 3 checks over here in Dark Tech. Here we go. People do. You might prefer to do Thieves Town before these, or do some of that. Do 2 of them and go to Thieves Town. I'm just gonna do all 3 of them and then go to Thieves Town though. Also, this bush often has a bomb. Since you're waiting on the shack anyways, it's not a terrible idea to just grab a bomb there. V-shaped house. And now we will go and do Thieves Town. Thieves Town has 4 unique items in it. Right, so there's more than 4 chests, but there's going to be a map, a compass, a big key. So that's 1. So a skill in this game is tracking how many items you get from dungeons, so that you know when you can just start ignoring chests. So that was a map, so that doesn't count as one of our checks we care about. By coming down this way, we can kind of skip a bunny beam. Yeah. In this tracker, if you actually look at the tracker, you can see on Thieves Town, there is a 3 there. So it's showing those 3 remaining items. So with a tracker like this, that will keep your count for you. So the compass, we got a map, compass, and big key. So that's all the dungeon items. So that means that I need to get all the rest of the chests in here. Rather, I should. I hate Thieves Town with no boots. The Thieves Town route is pretty much like vanilla. I think it's exactly like vanilla. One check in Thieves Town requires a hammer. Will often be in Thieves Town with no hammer, so you might have to leave that one behind. These are bombs every time. Worth knowing. The net, so that's 2 of our checks. You can see that the tracker updated. There are 2 remaining. So also a thing that can happen in the randomizer is that a key can lock itself in a chest. So we'll see if I get a key in this chest up here. Okay, I got a key. If I had not found a key, then the big chest would have been inaccessible. And the key might have been on the boss, or the key might have been inside that very chest, which would mean that you just can't open it. But it doesn't matter because all it had was the key. But yeah, so sometimes even if you have hammer, you won't be able to get to that chest because you won't be able to open that door. There's nothing to worry about. It just means it's a small key. Alright, so that is Thieves Town fully cleared. South of here, there are a few checks we can do. I think I'll just leave them for now, though. So if we go down, there's a few things we can check, but if we had the mirror, there would be more. I think for the sake of the tutorial, I think I'd rather do those in one shot if I can. But one thing I can do right now is Palette of Darkness, because I have Hammer, Lamp, and Bow, and Dark World Access. So I think what I'll do is go ahead and do Aghanim now and then go to Pod. I don't have to do Aghanim to get to Pod, but I need to do Aghanim anyways to get that Cane of Samaria. So we'll just do it now. Yes. Yeah, I can also do Eastern. So be aware that you still need 110 rupees to get into Pod. Don't make that mistake. So also these tiles give hints. So something sharp in Lost Woods. I guess that means by sword. There's a sword in Lost Woods. Wait, no. I guess Lost Woods I already checked anyways. The hints are cryptic. Sometimes they're a little bit less cryptic, and sometimes they're complete trash. So do with it what you will. Some people never check hints at all. Occasionally there is a hint that is very useful, though, so, yeah. I want my boomerang and my boots. Here. Just let me go. Maybe one more. There we go. Okay. So the Aghanim thing also is a little interesting because, you know, there's not a lot you can do in the Dark World without a Moon Pearl. But this item over here, you can check with Aghanim and no Moon Pearl. So your Moon Pearl could be right there, and why is it? Wait. What is that it's saying I can do? Oh, the gain sign. We'll just put it that way. Okay. You can check catfish right now. All you need is so you just need gloves. I guess I will go do that. We don't like to really check catfish, but it often is something we need. It's just kind of out this way. If you had a mirror or something, maybe you could make the trip a little more worthwhile by doing some other stuff out this way too, but oftentimes it's just this one check out in the middle of nowhere. I wonder if it's faster to walk back or even quit. I think probably just walk back. So I just want to say again, like, I'm not really making the choices I would make when I'm doing an actual randomizer right now. I would not have gone to catfish when I could have full cleared pod. Instead, I would rather go to where there are more checks and try to skip the solo checks. And I guess while I'm up here, another thing that often is not recognized is that you can get to the other side of the Dark World from really annoying. If you have hookshot, you can cross this gap. Across this. Yeah. So across this is a hookshot location. So you can hookshot across that to get to the left side of the Dark World if you only have Aghanim as a way to get in to the Dark World. Like if you have, you know, hammer and gloves, then you can just get there. normally. It's easy to forget you can do the left side stuff via hookshot. So, and then getting to pod, you can go here from the Aghanim, or more normally you will go there from the warp under Link's house, south of Link's house, and then you can just come up through that field of hammer pegs. Pod is quite a bit less smooth if you don't have the mirror. But it's all still doable. So this, you can, that chest is very important. So you can do that chest, you know, as long as you can get to pod, you can do that chest. If that chest is a key, then you can carry on with pod no matter what, right? Because you can unlock that center door. If it's not a key, then you are locked out of pod unless you have the bow, because the only other way is to go this way, and you need the bow to make any progress that way. So there's like a mimic room. If you can open this door, the better routing is to go ahead and go this way, even though I do have the bow. So what we'll do is we'll come and check this chest up here. And while we're at it, actually, we'll open up this wall. So that's a key. Since it's a key, I'm going to go and check the big key chest. If it was not a key, I would drop down here and get the chest down there. But since it is a key, I can do both of these at the same time. And conveniently, since I don't have the mirror, this warp will actually get me around to the, this is where you would end up if you went down the right side of pod. So now we're just going to take the right path. And once again, here's a hint tile. A unique item requires a hammer. Very informative. That's weird. Let's move on to the back. Shoot. Did not work. Yep. Yeah, don't bother. So there are in the left side, in the dark maze of pod, there can be no small keys. And so you can use that. That's just a kind of a fact of the way the logic works. So you can use that actually to save yourself some time sometimes. So look at my key count. I have 3 small keys. There are 3 more key doors in pod. So that means there's a actual item down here. If I had 2 small keys, then I could skip this. I could skip this down here. I had 2 small keys after doing everything else. Here. Get really sad that we don't have mirror. I've gotten so much worse at doing this maze since I've been doing the bomb jump. Book of Medora. You don't have the mirror and you're in a spot like this, a very nice option sometimes is dying. Just warping to this part of the dungeon using a death. I have the blue mail and a ton of hearts, so it's probably gonna take forever. I'm just gonna walk out. Do this again now. In the randomizer, since you often have your quick swap enabled, it's good to be able to plan ahead for what item you need. Get your free item swaps in while you can. You don't want to be sitting there cycling items when you're actually trying to do stuff, but if you can do it ahead of time, then you can just save yourself a menu. So next time I need a hammer. I don't need any money for anything else really. But I think the next thing I'll do is Eastern. So if you had mirror, this would be great because you could just mirror right here and do Eastern. I do not have mirror, so I have to If I want to do Eastern right now, which I do, I have to save and quit and walk back over. But the requirements for Eastern and Pod are very similar. Man. So now that Aghanim has been killed, the overworld sucks. Red guards is everywhere. There's 3 checks. There's one of them. This one, if you have a hook shot, you can check from the bottom side to save yourself a little bit of time. If you get hook shot, you could just hook shot across that way. Just come in the way we're coming out now. Hit panel. So that's a junk hit. Got a vanilla big key. Take that one out. So everything up until the dark rooms in here was accessible with no items at all. The logic could have required you to go into Eastern with nothing before your raid actually cleared the dungeon. Hook shot. Okay, this is a great time to do Death Mountain. So to get up to Death Mountain, you need either power gloves and the lamp to do it the normal way, or you can get up there with just the flute. You can just flute to 1. Take some health. And then to get to the upper part where Tower of Hera is, you either can do it with a mirror or there's 3 crows now. Either with a mirror or if you have right side access to Death Mountain, which is the hook shot, and then the hammer to get across the hammer pegs, then you can get there. And then the right side of Death Mountain, like I said, requires the hook shot. There's actually a lot of stuff over on the right side. So the old man requires the lamp. So if you got up Death Mountain with just the flute, the old man is not in logic. But the old man, saving the old man is what gives you the save and quit location of the Death Mountain. So it's very nice. I will often come up and check Death Mountain early. Like now it's very like going to Death Mountain's a no-brainer because I have the hook shot and there's a bunch of items I can get. But I will often come up Death Mountain as soon as I can because it gives me the save and quit location. So it just lets me get up here fast whenever I want to actually come do checks. So that up there is the item you need the mirror for. So I just kind of scope it out. And then over here is the boomerang. Okay, so normally I would just skip that, but we do have access to this item. So I'll just do it so we can see it. And I don't have a cane. Okay, so you drop down right here. That's where I'm at it. Boomerang, can't check our hint tile. Unique items in Paradox Cave, that's where we're going. There is a trick, you can bomb jump back across, which is often a little faster. But we're not doing fancy stuff right now. So you would just drop down this pit to get out. And actually there's a fairy fountain right here, which I was just thinking of. That's why I emptied my bottle. So we'll do that. And then you can just walk back out this way. Shot is very nice against many mold arms. We actually wanted to jump down anyways because I wanted to go check out right side of Death Mountain. Okay, so Paradox Cave. Over this way. You down here. over here. There's my boots. Shovel. Okay. Once again, there's a bomb jump to get back across. I'm just gonna do it the casual way. I mean, you would consider just saving and quitting right there, honestly. But there is more we can do. Actually, I guess we wouldn't because we want to go to Tower of Hera. So we were just over there. That got us on the other side of that gap. Now we can go up Death Mountain. While you're up here, you will want to check that island. You can see that's 3 bombs over there. So, since I had right side access, since I had the hookshot and the hammer, I'm able to get to Tower of Hera this way. Alternatively, you can get here the vanilla way with the mirror by, you know, taking the portal down there and popping up over here. So before I go in, I'm going to go check the tablet. So if you have just the book and you use it on here, it'll tell you what it is. You need a sword, maybe the Master Sword, I can't remember. I think you need the Master Sword to actually get the item. But it's usually junk anyways, right? Big key. I'd like to see the big key. Normally if you get the big key, you just go right up. There is one more chest down there, but I think it's better left to the end. Shoot, wait, I wanted to... You can kind of see on your way up. Like there's only 2 items in Tower of Hera. If you already get your 2 items, then you can just skip that one down there, you know. Fire rod. Oh wait, what was that? Some cash. So this is talking about purple chest. So we know that purple chest is junk. We'll still do it. We know it's junk. This. So we've got one more item left to get here. Why are you doing this to me? Open Moldorm has our other items, so I don't have to go downstairs at all. Nice. I have boots. Has a key. That's not good. Okay, so there's one more item left in Tower of Hera. One would often considering just leaving at this point. Go in and see what the last item is. I really hope that Piece of Hearts and Spiral Cave, so that's also a useful hint, because we haven't checked that yet. Okay, so that means that the item down here is nothing. I'm not going to go do it. You know how to do this thing. Also, this is not for the beginner guide, but just since Ace is here, I'll show you. Here pot is. Oh, I didn't have a headshot out. Okay. It's a Terrapot. And it gets you on the top floor without needing, without needing the big key. Okay, so the last thing I want to do up here is go and check Spiral Cave, which, thanks to that hint, oh, what did I do to myself? Thanks to that hint, we know is a piece of heart. So in any normal circumstance, we would not go here. But this is how you do Spiral Cave. And I keep forgetting I have boots. Certainly a lot better when you have boots. It's a big annoying walk though. But there's Spiral Cave. Okay. Next thing we will do is more tower paras checked. More spectacle rock is checked. I know Sprick Island's junk, but I'll still leave that unchecked just so we can get it later. So what I'm going to focus on now is the fact that we have boots. So for Sanctuary and get these bonk rocks outside of Sanctuary. And now, so now we actually can do Lumberjack, since I have boots. Get the Arcane. So this is not possible until you have beaten Aghanim. There we go, there's Arcane we saw at the beginning of the game. And I guess we can show pedestal. So the Master Sword pedestal, I'll just say it. You can check it. It requires 3 pendants to get it. It's like the hell check of the game. You can check it, what the item is, using the Book of Medora. If you walk up to it and use the book on the front little panel, it'll tell you what's there. Generally hope that it's not anything of value. That would suck. So now that I have boots, I can actually check this item, which I'm pretty sure we marked as junk. Yeah. But now you actually can get it right with boots. The overworld sucks so bad. I'm here, so I'm passing through here anyways. If I had the mirror, I probably wouldn't do this, but because, so the dude here in the dark world is a check, but then also this is a check, right? Oh, look at that, Titans. So this is the only thing the shovel is good for. The shovel gets you that one check. Since I have the Book of Medora, I'm going to go down to the Desert Palace. There are 2 ways to Desert Palace. There's the normal way, which requires Book of Medora. And then the other way is to flute to your Misery Mire thing. And then so you need the flute, you need the Titan's Mitts, and you need the mirror. And you can make your way inside without coming through the front door. Therefore, and then so from there, Desert Palace is interesting because you might need boots and you might not. Normally I would go check this one first, but I'm just gonna, just to demonstrate this point. So you know normally there is a small key on the pedestal here. There's still a small key. So if a small key is on the pedestal, you probably need boots to beat this place. If a big key is there, then you definitely need boots. But it is not uncommon to come into Desert Palace without boots and just hope you can get away with it. The only thing you can check without boots or anything else is this one. So if that were the big key, then I could have got away with no boots here. But it's not. You also don't want to forget to check the desert ledge. So you could have checked that from the ground, right? I like to just check it once I'm in here. But some people like to check it before they come in. So to get into so you need the gloves to get back here, right? You didn't need gloves at any point before now. But to do the boss, you need the gloves and you need a fire source. So you either need your lamp or you need a fire rod. So don't make the mistake of coming all the way through here and then getting stuck on the torches. Oh, I should have also mentioned Tower of Hera. Tower of Hera is kind of like this too, where Tower of Hera requires the lamp sometimes. Right, because the basement check, you have to light those lamp stands. So if that basement check has your big key, then you need the lamp to beat the dungeon. another one you don't want to, you know, wait through all the pots and then switch items while coming. And then this is about the best chance you'll get to reasonably go and check Agnes Cave down here. Just, you know, just over here. We already checked it, of course, but yeah. Okay, so now that I have the Titan's Mints, so remember the Titan Mints are another way to get Dark World access, and they also give me access to, since I have Titan's Mints, and flippers, and you either need Fire Rod or Bombos, then you can do Ice Palace. So is there any reason not to do Dark Death Mountain first? I don't have Mirror yet. Yeah, so we'll do Ice Palace. You guys will walk too? Ice Palace routing is very different than 80%. Unless you're in Go mode. If you're in Go mode and you don't need to check any items, then you can just do the 80% route, and it's great. This room. Oh, also, hookshot is incredible in here. Normally, in 80% we just walk right back out of here, right? But there actually is an item here. There are 3 checks in Ice Palace. So I'll say I'm pretty confident. I usually don't check all these, by the way. I'm just... Why do we go Village Elder? Does that mean Saw? Just showing you where all these tablets that are on the way are. I'm pretty confident. Yeah, the logic does not require you to do the Ice Palace bomb jump coming up. You can. It's a faster way to skip straight to the boss. But if you are checking all the items in here, it is, and if you have the Cane of Samaria, then it doesn't really save you any time. There are videos that will kind of show you both routes. I'm just going to, since this is how logic works, I'm just going to not do the Ice Palace bomb jump and show you how it works, so we don't hit that. I guess this is not going to work with my blue sword, is it? Alright, so the routing, if you have a small key, you're going to go this way. If not, you're going to go this way. And fall down. Put another tablet there. Right. So logically, the hook shot is required here. You don't have to go through this room, right? You can just go kind of the inverse. Like we're gonna do a little loop and come back to where we were. So you should remember though that you need hook shot if you come this way. Okay, so this is that door that I was saying you want to go through if you can, because we'll be going back out that way anyways. There is a chest in the room I just left, but it's better to get it on the way out. We're gonna pull this tongue. Get our chest. So yeah, if you don't do, and the main difference, right, like the Ice Palace bomb jump lets you not use the big key. That's pretty much all there is to it. But if we are going through and trying to get all the items in here anyways, we're going to end up with the big key. So if we come back out this way, this time we're going to come to the left as normal. There is an item in this room. Good about it. Need to kill those to get it. Big chest is down here. You can pretty common trick, since we already do the hookshot thing anyways, is to do this to get in without bombing the floor. You just drop down the normal hole, you end up over here, you know. Okay, so here is what are you doing? Here's the main where things flip, whether you've done Ice Palace bomb jump or not. So if you've done Ice Palace bomb jump, because the thing is that there's one more item over this way. So if you've done Ice Palace bomb jump, then you have to drop down here, and then you will come back up through this door backwards, which will not require the key. And then you can come over here, get the item, and you'll come back around and go to the boss. If you are not getting this item over here, then yeah, Ice Palace bomb jump is definitely faster. If you are, since you have to walk up through this way, then it doesn't really save you time over doing it this way. So the key under this spot here, and then over here is the button to open the door. Is make this a lot easier. This is iced tea. There we go. All that for junk. Here, So now we're back in this room, right? So you just drop through. And we're back to here. Go through the normal way. That, don't burn a key there. I mean, if you got all the keys, it doesn't really matter, but that's nothing. And, oh shoot, I have a blue potion. I'm fine. You want to make sure you got the magic to beat the boss, right? I do it bombos. I'll just do it bombos. So yeah, all of those little ice guys I killed, you also can use bombos to kill those things too. So either fire rod or bombos gets you through this dungeon logically. So one use of bombos, that opens the ice for us. That time with the Master Sword. Okay, so there's Ice Palace. So now that I have the fire rod, I can do Skullwoods. There are also some overworld checks I can do. Right on here. But let's see, Skullwoods I think was a pendant. So I probably wouldn't do it right away normally. But if it were a crystal, then you want to knock out your crystals before anything else. Kind of like in Super Metroid, you would rather go handle your bosses than just check random stuff. Keep forgetting I have boots, man. I'm not using boots in rando. So since we have Titan mids, we can take the faster path. The keys in Skullwoods are pretty weird. So if you drop down one of these holes and get to like the front part of Skullwoods, it's possible to get yourself locked in if you can run out of keys and not be able to get out. I prefer to go back to front. Also, if you have the Candace Samaria, you can skip this whole thing and just drop a block there. Very nice. Because you do get a key over on this side, a guaranteed key, right? And just one more key really smooths out the front. Since I have the fire rod, I'm just gonna go and handle the boss. I guess I'll do this check now. You kind of zigzag under here, and there's like pots down here. Here, there's a pot, and up here, there's another pot. You just kind of grab while you're down there and you get through. This is a one of those annoying things to check if you don't have a mirror. So there are only 2 items in Skullwoods, so that was one of them. Never come out this way. So that's actually both of the items. So everything else in Skullwoods is guaranteed junk. Also, the green pendant is important because you can take it to Saw to get an item. Whereas the other 2 pendants are only useful for checking the pedestal. But yeah, normally I would probably just save and quit out or something. But just so you can see how to check the rest of Skullwoods, we'll do that. I'm not sure if the way I do it is the most efficient, but it's the way that I do it. So, okay, so if you came in and you didn't do the back first, you would probably drop down this hole. Since I have all the keys, I'm not going to get locked out. I'm just going to go in through the front to the door and then just... Oh, wait. I burned all my keys. Okay, that's because all the keys are actually down here. That's so funny. Okay, so I'm just going to drop in this hole then. But it'll come up pretty similar to going through that door. That means all these... Oh, my goodness. All these chests have a bunch of keys in them. Doing a great job. So when you open this chest, it's going to make the floor all weird. So I'd rather go up here and get this chest. This is the door that I tried to come through. So it would be better to just come through that door, kind of get there a little faster and whatever. Down here. Chest, the key. If, you know, these weren't just keys, if these were normal items, so you see how you can get yourself locked in here. The last item is the big chest, which, you know, you can just do it the MNG way, or I guess since I'm not really doing any bomb jump logic anyways, might as well show you this is the actual vanilla route. You bonk this? You can't bonk it. There we go. There's Skullwoods. No, I still don't have a mirror. Okay. Okay, so like I said earlier, I'd rather do all this stuff once I have a mirror because, you know, there's more you can do. So normally to do this guy, you would want the mirror, but it's not a strict requirement because you can go and get the frog and then save and quit, and you'll be in the light world, and he'll still be with you. Which I guess I will show in a bit. Let me just do the faster checks first. So for this, all you need is mitts to get into here, hammer to open these up. Satisfy my tracker. The other stuff you can do down here without the mirror game. The digging game is guaranteed to be winnable in the randomizer. You just need to dig a certain number of holes within like one time frame. So if you do this kind of up and down pattern, it kind of maximizes your speed. There it is. And then the other thing we can check down here is Old Stumpy. Yeah. You have better things to check, but just for the sake of the demonstration, I will show that this does work. So we can save and quit. See, he's still here. So that disappeared because you can't have multiple followers around. This guy you can dash with all you like and keep up. Walk in, leave, and you don't need to set up a portal or anything. You just need to talk to them and get your item. Look at that powder. So then powder only gets you one check, which is the bat. You can either get here with the mirror. You have like the mitts to get into this area, and then the mirror, you can mirror yourself to the other side of the hammer peg. Or okay, we're gonna go do Dark Death Mountain. So you start thinking about these checks pretty much as soon as you have Titan mitts and hookshot. There's a lot of checks. Get pretty quickly. So we come down here to this portal. And sorry, this one. This cave right here. Let me try to think. I guess normally you go up those stairs down there. We just hookshot clip through here. And then there's another clip a little bit trickier to get through here. But I think for a beginner, don't even think about that. Just go up these stairs. The way through normally, see, you drop through the other side, now you're through. The way through normally, I think, is just those bottom stairs, and you'll fall somewhere good. I don't know. But that hookshot clip is pretty easy. Also, you can just use your, if you have the mirror, you can just delete the blocks. So drop through the hole. Now we've got 2 chests here. The flute. Very nice. So this takes us up to the top of Death Mountain. Yeah, okay, so, and then under this rock is Hookshot Cave. Now it's possible to get over here without Hookshot. Like to this area. Normally you do a Hookshot, but it's possible. Let me show you. So without hookshot, you can bonk your way to this chest. The other 3 you need hookshot for. And just resist any urges to grab these skulls that you want them for. And then I think you know from your vanilla playthrough that up here, where's the path? Is it the left side? No, it's right side. I never go. Up here, bomb through is to get to that floating island, but you need the mirror to get there. And we checked in light world. I don't remember what was there, but it wasn't anything fancy. Dude, I should have. Since I don't have a mirror, well, so you can come over here and you can check what the requirement for Turtle Rock is. But you need to be in light world to get on top of Turtle Rock to do it. So another option, instead of the portal I took at the bottom of Death Mountain, would be to climb up to the top of Death Mountain and then use the Turtle Rock portal to do your Dark World stuff. And so if you do that, that makes this check over here a lot more simple. I think it is slower normally, unless you have other reason for the Turtle Rock stuff, but if you do that, then you'll be right here, and then that's where the checks are. Okay, so we'll come back to Turtle Rock later. What is... Again, tower sign. Don't get rid of that too. So now that I have the flute, we'll start thinking about Misery Mire. So first thing I need to go is activate the flute. Flute uses the same item slot as the shovel. So just hit Y and you swap it if you have both of them. I forget why Misery Mire. Oh, okay. I didn't say this with Turtle Rock, but so Turtle Rock and Misery Mire, the medallion requirement is randomized. So you don't know until you look at it what medallion it takes to get in. So at Turtle Rock, we saw that it needed Bombos, which I have. Only thing I'm missing is Quake. So I was able to get into, I can go into Turtle Rock whenever I want to, which I'll probably do next. We can peek at, it's either peek from this side. You can take a look, so you see that needs ether, so I can get into Misery Mire as well. But first I'm going to check what we call the Mire Shed. Just 2 quick little checks. That's magic. So here, like if you mirror like here is a pretty easy spot to do it. That's a way to get up on top to get into Desert Palace. Also right here, the entrance to Mire is the stairs for Desert Palace. There's a few things we're going to look at in Misery Mire that we normally wouldn't. But a lot of it is pretty similar. It's worth mentioning actually coming into Mire that you also require either the boots or hookshot to get across that first gap. All right. Okay. So there is an item up here we want to check. Now you do want to have a plan in Mire, because if you start opening random doors, you will run out of keys and have to do some annoying stuff. The key here, and you will get this chest while we're in here. Big key. So, if we're playing in go mode, big key means I can just go to the end now. Oh, that torch shoots. Never realized that. But since we're checking everything, this is not like normal, I guess. Okay, before we leave. You really want to track items in Eastern specifically. Because, as you can see now, I have the big key. I can just go to the boss any point. So worth being aware of when you can stop doing these checks, because they will happen pretty quick. There's only 2 items here. So you can, you can get to the boss. Actually, so this is the normal way we go to the boss, right? Through this door here. But it's worth being aware that there's a to the back from this side. Just this top door. And up. Over right here, we have a big key door. It takes us to the right side of this room that hopefully you recognize. There is that here, in case you need it. You do want to be aware of your items going into the Vitreous fight. A bad sword can make this a real bad fight. Okay, I can show pedestal. Remaining dungeons are Swamp Palace and Turtle Rock. Okay, so since we got our mirror, well actually I'll just show you. So here we have a mirror over here. We're now up here at the top part, right? So you can just go through these stairs. This is the alternate way to get into Bitterville. Some people like to mirror back here. And it takes you over to where the boss door is, right? Over here is the checkerboard cave. You can look at it pretty easily, but you just kind of want to, you can do the puzzle if you want, but you can just delete the block using your mirror since you have it out anyways. You know what? I want to stay in Light World because I want to fly. So I will show the mirror checks south of Kakariko. First, I'm gonna show the northern side checks. It's worth noting that I am very much in go mode right now. So the correct play is to go finish the game. So there's one thing you can look at right here. So you can see that's the mushroom. This item requires the cape to get, which I will show you when I have the cape. Two items here. This one requires the mirror. There's our cape. It's better to mirror to the side here for this one, because otherwise you'll come out this cave and trigger your warp point, and then you'll get bounced back. It stinks. Okay, so there's another check over here, the King's Tomb. This one you need boots for, and you can get there either with the mirror or if you have the Titan's mitts. See, the Titan mitts, you can just walk over here in the light world and just get in here. Or the mirror gets you inside, then you just bonk the front of it. So, since we got the cape, I'll come back over here and show you. This check is called Bumper Cave. So normally in here you are expected to get across this gap. Like in vanilla you are supposed to use hookshot, but you actually can just do this. And I am not sure if the rando logic expects hookshot or not. It might not. But the bumper you have to use your cape for. Yeah, mushroom. The mushroom is only good for one check, which is, yeah, the witch. Now I'll go look at the stuff. There's a bunch of checks you can do with a mirror down this way. And I will, while I'm doing this stuff, I will do the purple chest. You cannot run with the purple chest or you'll leave it behind. And the purple chest is kind of finicky. Like the digging game over here, you can't do if you have the purple chest around you. So down here, the cave, the purple chest will block you, but you can just drop it out here by tapping A. You can come in here and check your item. And it'll still be out there waiting for you. And I think you want to go over to Dark World. So there's a little trick you can do where you can drop the chest down here, which allows you to run again. You kind of want to put it to the far bottom edge. Over here to where the lock picker is. And you see he still gives you the item. The chest is close enough to him to work out. Also, while you're doing this, an easy one to pair with this is to come over here, check the Bombos tablet. And now we will go into Swamp Palace. Swamp Palace is not that different from vanilla. There's a lot of items in Swamp Palace. 6 items. So even when it's not a crystal, it's pretty nice to go through. So normally when you're doing Ice Palace, or Swamp Palace, you have Hookshot walking in, which lets you do a few things that you wouldn't do in 80%. So we can actually just get our key right now. And so what will often happen in randomizers is that you are already in go mode, but you just need to get some crystals to beat the game. So if you were in go mode, you can just hookshot up there and get out of here, right? But I will show you just how we do the checks. The thing is, when you're doing the checks, this first part is pretty similar to 80%. So here we have a difference, which we up here, where we'll be checking both sides. So I will usually just go up the left side. And we figure out how to knock it hit. You're not supposed to do that. Don't do that. Let's try this again. You would, I mean, if you came in without a hook shot, you have to do that. But you can just hook shot across. I think there's a dash to be had there. Can't quite figure it out. One skill you can do is if you tap A to dash, you can pivot in place using it. I should have done that. If you're in go mode, you should definitely skip that. So here we are, playing past the big chest. I don't have the big key yet. This is pretty common actually for this dungeon. And you'll often find the big key in the next 2 or 3 chests. And you can just kind of decide if you want to go back for the big chest or not. So if it's one of those two, it's pretty reasonable to go back for the big chest. Still no big key. And I mean I guess the boss doesn't need the big key, which would mean that the big key can lock itself. This dungeon. Actually, even though I don't have the big key, wow. I think that it's worth demonstrating how it works to go back. You decide to go back and get the big chest. Because I won't have the opportunity even now. So, you come in here, one of these two has the big key, then you'll come out this door. Now this is a weird staircase. If you can see how deep I'm in the stairs. Normally if you try to walk out, you will walk right back down the stairs and have to come back up again. If you turn sideways first, then you can just walk out. And so then you would come back, open your chest. And come back and carry on. But now this time, since you have already done the water, you can just go through the stairs. Oh, since I was already in here, well, you grab the key. Guess you already know it, 80%. Boss doesn't require. So we'll see if the boss has the big key or if the big key is self-locked. So the big key is inside the big key chest. Inside the big chest. Alright, so now we're kind of coming up on less convenient checks. I guess I could have this way. We're getting much less group checks. A lot of our checks that are left over at this point are pretty standalone. So if you come over here, we already scoped out this item and it was no good, but over the circle, there is the island check. We can do, oh yeah, so here's the mushroom check. It shares a spot with the powder. We've got Saha, since I have a green pendant. Yeah, we got a hint about that one. Done. And go and do the stupid pedestal. I'll take that one. Also, when you finish Skullwoods, you kind of come out nice. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Never do this. Come out right in front of this log, so it's a pretty good time to check pedestal. So I have all three pendants. but I'm just gonna show you. Take the book, just cash. But if you really want to, we'll accept our fancy cash. Okay, so all that's left is... Oh yeah, pyramid figure. Okay. All that's left that we can do is up Death Mountain. What do you think? I'll start with Spike Cave. The Spike Cave requires Moon Pearl. You can do it very early. It requires Moon Pearl and either the Blue Cane or the Cape. It is possible to do this without the Blue Cane or the Cape, but logic expects one or the other. When you're coming through Spike Cave, it's better to spend your health than your magic, because normally you want to save and quit out of here. In this case, I'm not sure if it's faster because we end up on Pyramid. Okay, so we can see there's bombs on Sky Island, right? We did check earlier. Okay. Another hint tile. Yeah, so we checked this one. Let's check the left side. You could be in here without a hook shot. You can see how to do the other path around. A lot of health here. Oh, I should have mentioned that one check. We just hold our sword to exit the room. I guess you had to figure that out for vanilla anyways. So this check is interesting. So all we're going to go this way for is that one chest, right? If you have the big key and you're in go mode, you can skip that chest. But it's still worth coming over here to get the key. So you would do what's called stealing the key, where you... Oh, that was the big key. Yeah, if you didn't need that item, you would just not unlock this door right here. So you come over here, take the key, leave the door locked. Wait, shoot. So if you are trying to get all the checks, you would actually go this way. Not that mess. Mimic cave. Oops. Good. Yes. Okay, so Sky Island. Alright, come on. Here's Sky Island. So there is one more check. The pyramid, the big ball on the pyramid. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, make sure you go left side over here. To go to the right side. Oh. Was not correct. The save and quit instead of a mirror. Well, I guess since I'm here. Ugh. What's the best way? I still need to go up right side. Yeah. All right, back to where we were. In order to do right side, you have to have a cane. It's quite possible to get this far with no cane. This is a tile room. The move really is to skip it and come back for it if you really have to do it. That room is pretty tight. You're a little bit slow. The upper torque will go out. Big key. Okay, so normally I would mirror out. There's a key up here, as you saw. I don't know what you're supposed to do here. But either the cane or the cape work quite well here. I never do right side. Okay, yeah, so once you come out here, that's everything except for you can decide for yourself if it's worth coming back for this check or okay, in the movie. Okay. So we did skip the big chest, and I'm just gonna skip the rest of the chests in here because you don't need to ever get them. Since we do have the here, so we'll do that. So when you do find when you do find the big key, you want to make sure you have at least one small key before you, like normally as soon as you find it, you're going to mirror out. You can start going up the main part of the tower. If you came up with only one small key, then you need the key from that dude there to proceed. If you have 2 or more keys, you don't need that. Not full. It's